Well, hello everybody. This is Dr. Brett Axelrod with Chiro Destiny, your tip of the week. And I want to talk to you a little bit about Don Miguel Ruiz's The Four Agreements. And I think many of you have probably heard of them, and maybe it's been a while since you've seen them or read them. But I like to live by them every single day, and it guides me in practice. And of course, we're still in practice, even though we're coaching chiropractors. So I want to go through each one quickly today and then talk about one because I just had an experience with a family. So the first one is be impeccable with your word. Number 2 is don't take anything personally. Number 3, don't make assumptions. And number 4, always do your best. So I'm going to start with don't make assumptions. And I think a lot of people do this, a lot of chiropractors do this, especially when it comes to the report of findings, thinking, can this person really afford care? Are they being honest with me? Or, you know, they drive up in a nice car, they're taking vacations, but they won't commit to care. All these things go through our minds. And one thing that I always learned years ago was never make assumptions about what someone can or cannot afford, because really what it comes down to is value. If something or somebody really appreciates something and values something in their life, they're willing to pay for it. So just last week, I want to give you my own experience to be transparent with you. Just last week, I had a gentleman that came in for care. We went over his report of findings. He had pretty significant low back issues, L5, S1, and some other things going on. But what I found is that he had a reverse curve in his neck. And I felt that the reverse curve in his neck was causing a lot of the problems in his lower part of the spine. So we went through a whole care plan, and I do 12-month care plans, corrective care programs. So I told him he would need a certain number of visits over a specific period of time. He had some insurance. We built that into the plan. His wife was with him because I'm a big proponent of bringing someone with them to the care plan. And while I was going over what he needed and his specific issues, and then chiropractic as a general rule, he started to ask me questions about his son who had chronic benign tics. So I said to him, listen, I don't know if we can treat tics. That's not what we don't treat anything. But by allowing the nervous system to function optimally without interference, it would potentially give your son the best chance that he had. He was 12 years old to function as optimally as he could. So I said, the best thing you could do is bring your son in to get checked, and then we'll go from there. Then he was asking me, he said to me about his daughter, who is a major ice skater, who skates every day competitively. She's 15, 16 years old and having some low back issues, some knee and ankle issues. I said, again, let's bring your daughter in. We do see a lot of athletes who respond very well to chiropractic care. And then, of course, his wife is sitting next to me and says, well, maybe I should get checked. And I said, that's the best thing you can do. After I gave him his recommendations, he chose to do a quarterly payment plan, 4 payments throughout the year. It came out to about $980 per quarter, and we gave him a 10% savings. In my office, we do 5% monthly, 10% savings for quarterly, and 15% for a prepay. You choose to do whatever you want. But one thing I'm about is telling people the truth and being transparent with them. If they need something, I tell them. If they don't, we don't tell them. But if I like to be knee to knee with the person, meeting them where they are initially, but never backing down, never making assumptions, and ultimately telling the truth. Then he was concerned about, well, what if the rest of his family needed as much care as he did? So I tried to reassure him that, one, let's go through everything, everybody's issues first. Let's get everybody checked, scans, x-rays, worked up, the whole 9 yards. Then in a few days would reconvene, do a report of findings for everybody. And his son had major atlas issues. The daughter had some problems with her spine. The wife was a mess as well. All reversed curves in her neck. They all needed care. And so I didn't know how to approach this. I said, what every chiropractor asks me, well, what do you do when you have a family of 4? Do you give everybody these major discounts to make it affordable? One, I make it affordable for everybody. I never want to turn anybody away for care. But I don't back down, and I don't tell them what they don't need. I always tell people what they do need, and then we figure it out and go from there. So to make a long story short, we put the care plans together, and it turned out to be that we gave everybody a 15% savings to help them out a little bit, and it came out to approximately $3,800 per quarter for the entire family. So it came out to $15,500 for the entire year for all 4 family members to go through full corrective care up into wellness care. They totally got it. They totally valued it, saw the potential greatness within this ability to reach their full potential. They broke it up into quarterly payments, no problem at all, and they are fully in. This is the second week they've been under care. They are loving it and having a great experience so far. So it just goes to show, don't make assumptions. Be honest with people. Meet them where they are. Tell people the truth about chiropractic care. Teach them the value, and you'll be surprised at what people are willing to pay for. Hope that helps, and hope that you'll join us in our next seminar coming up, which is going to be May 19th, 20th, and 21st in Little Rock, Arkansas, where we're going to teach you all the basics and the headspace and the procedures and the marketing and everything you need to know and to be successful in chiropractic once and for all. Please join us, and I'll see you on the next tip of the week. Have a great day. Bye-bye.